It's very seldom women. You have to catch them, their hands in the cookie jar.
No, sir.
Take a picture of it, get it sculptured, and get DNA samples and all that before they admit that they were in the cookie jar.
If I do something wrong, I don't have any problem doing it because you know what's in my mind? You can't whoop my ass.
Like one time I took the light that I wanted up in the foyer and I would put it right in front of the door. So when he opened the door, he would see the light sitting there. I didn't nag him or anything like that, but you know what he did? He would step over the light and keep on going. I'm like...
And that's the problem. Men do not like to take accountability. Y'all
that is very true.
That
is very true.
Women don't have a problem with it.
We want so badly what we want that we are willing to accept any and everything. Do we want what we want so badly that we're delusional and have to realize that we're never going to get what we want?
I bring something to the table. I can't bring everything.
Him. I mean, that shouldn't be enough. That should be enough.
What?
The numbers,
So
the numbers are not there.
He's saying that we supposed to accept anything to get a man.
Right, exactly. I knew what road he was traveling. Jay is focusing totally on the wrong thing. It doesn't.
I'm just saying. I'm just checking. So you will have to settle something that you really never thought you had to do ever in life. And we realized we had to settle early on in life. Well, you gotta realize where you're at. What I'm saying is, why if there's 10 women just got their stuff together, just like me. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just saying it's just like
but
you.
You're saying it's a competition. You said I got to.
It's still a competition.
I got to keep myself up. I got to get my hair did, my fingers did, my toes did. I got to be in shape, which is irrelevant because some men like them round, short, tall. You know, it's the male's preference on what he likes.
You ever took care of a 60-year-old, 500-pound woman? Or a 500-pound man? It's a big difference.
Hey, to each their own.
It's cute. People think it's cute when you're younger. Oh, that's good. That's good. All that. But when you get older, that's not cute. That's weight.
Right.
That's weight you got to carry around. That's weight people got to pick up and wipe and clean and all that stuff. That's not fun.
Right. But to each their own, right? Every man's preference for the type of woman he wants is different. I'm just saying, just know there is no competition in that regard because it depends on what that particular man is looking for. Now, I'm not saying the woman should go out there and be a ragamuffin. I'm not saying that. Mm-hmm. But yes, she should keep herself up to a certain extent, but not solely for the benefit of that man.
For herself.
She should keep herself up for her.
That's right. But what I'm saying is you can't even, women not even, before they even make 50, they're not even, once they get married, seem like they just say, forget it. I got my prize. I
don't believe I
just gained all the weight I want to gain. Yeah.
No.
Ladies,
see, you've been married. You didn't let yourself go because we see you now. You didn't appear as though you let yourself go. And Jay.
So that increased her value a little bit.
Because
you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Your changes. If she was sitting there, her head come up the whole screen, her value probably went down a little bit. Because who wants to deal with that or even feed the food bill associated with that?
Well, let's just say you would not like to deal with that. Okay. And I get it. To each their own. Everybody's preference is different.
We're in the latter stages of our lives.
Right.
I mean, this is 50 and above.
Right.
Okay. Mobility is changing.
Yes.
Okay. So Is somebody gonna deal with somebody that they can handle, or they gonna deal with somebody that they need a bunch of help
I think
just to get out the bed?
men as old as time. I think men look at women. That's why a lot of men date younger women because they look to be taken care of in
Still
their
got the
older
blinders
age.
on. Still
No,
got the
that's not a
blinders on.
blinder. That's the truth. That's the truth. A lot of men look for women to take care of them because they are getting older and will be older.
Right.
I don't know, Lady C. Am I seeing that wrong?
No, no, you're saying it exactly right. That's
No, that's not
that's
exactly right.
yeah, yeah. Well, okay, you always putting a spotlight on us and our blinders. Tell me
Mhm.
in you're over 50, tell me what you're looking for in a woman.
Cooperation and respect.
Cooperation and respect.
That's right.
Cooperation is in your case, does that
I
mean
I don't want a constant back and forth on decisions that be. I didn't get here by making a bunch of bad decisions. So I'm saying if we could discuss something, but somebody has to make the final decision, right?
and that's you?
Yeah.
Mm.
But you should know me as a leader that take every advice that your opinion and value it too, because I might have missed something and see what you're seeing. And I say, okay, yeah, I agree with that. I could go with that.
Okay.
So you got to see me as the type of leader that, and that comes with all that. If you want to be with me, you got to see me as a leader that you trust. And if you think you're the leader, then you're not going to trust my leadership.
Mhm.
She
Well,
has to be submissive.
well, absolutely. Absolutely. Now you're telling me those two things, but I think I'm talking about more of the physical. You said you don't want nobody sick. You said you don't want nobody to
I
overeat.
ain't saying when nobody's sick because we all got a medication.
You just said you didn't want
Everybody,
nobody that you have to
uh,
take care of.
hold on. I didn't say that. I'm saying. You said, Lady C, I'm gonna make sure I get this right. You
Yes, sir.
said, ain't no man coming in my house to get what I got,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So why is that?
No, no.
Because he got to have
We
his
said,
stuff.
no.
He
Let's
got to have his stuff, right?
he has to have what?
He, his stuff together, right?
He gotta bring something to the table. I can't bring everything.
His him. I mean, that shouldn't be enough. That should be enough.
What?
What?
I'm saying,
That means that I would accept anybody and everybody. That's what that means. That everybody has their standards. Everybody and they have a right to. Everybody knows what they will and won't accept. Why am I any different? Why should I just accept him because he a man? That doesn't make sense. Every man is not for every woman, and every woman is not for every man. I'm sure there's some lady out there that don't care that he don't work. Or I'm sorry, don't care that he don't have a house. Or don't care that he
mhm,
don't have a car. She don't
mhm.
mind going to pick him up or have him take the bus where she is. That's just not my preference.
Okay, I get that. I get that.
That's all.
See,
That's just not my preference.
okay, and I want to make sure I answer your question. So circle back to
Yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't want to get away from your question.
Okay. So physically, what
Hmm.
does she have to be a certain height, a certain weight,
Yeah, no.
with makeup,
Well,
without makeup?
certain weight. Now, yes, a certain weight. Yes, yes. I believe this should be a certain weight.
Okay. And
That's my preference. That's my preference.
there
It
you
got to
go.
be a certain weight.
Your preference. Okay. Okay. What about a certain height?
No,
No. She could be
no, height
taller than
doesn't.
you.
You can be taller than me, shorter
Okay.
than me. Doesn't matter.
Okay. And does she,
Weight, yes, that's the issue.
yeah, wait, you on that way?
Wait, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay. And so everything else, I guess, if you get that along with the other things, you can work with that.
yes,
You
yes.
don't have a
Respect
problem.
and
You don't have a problem with her working, making her own money.
oh,
Or not working and have no money.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
What?
Okay.
What?
I will have a
Choose your words
problem.
wisely.
No. I wouldn't have a problem with her working, but she's working towards retirement or volunteer work type situation
Mhm.
where she has income, but she um, doesn't need to work, but she want to do something in the community, something like that.
Mhm.
But we both should be working towards retirement. And when I retire, she should be close to it, or or just retire when I retire. If she's just doing it and she don't really have to, just trying to stay busy.
So I think the answer to that is you don't want her to work.
You didn't answer not having any money.
Not having any money. Well, listen, I'm not
Yes,
at
Jay.
the end. Listen, I want to make sure I make it very clear. If if I have my stuff together, and like I said, there's a lot of other women out here, 50 and older, that is established. However, they got it. Why would I go to somebody who's not established?
Well, you mentioned that we
I'm
have,
just saying. I'm just saying. It just doesn't make sense to me.
okay, so it doesn't make sense to women either.
It doesn't.
But they're established, and there's a lot more
No,
men
no,
that's not established.
no, 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 no.
What do you mean? There's more
Women
women
want,
established
it doesn't matter.
than
I'm not
okay.
going to accept anything.
Mm-mm.
That's not even in me to accept anything. Just as though you're smirking because you know,
Saying.
but just as though you would not accept anything. And it doesn't matter if women outnumber men. Women are more established than men are. So are you trying to suggest that we should settle for anything?
Well,
But you
the
wouldn't
ones
settle, but you wouldn't settle for a woman who's not working or who's not established. Make that make sense. No,
okay,
sir.
okay. I'm
No,
trying to make
sir.
it make sense. Listen, if there's 10 people, I'm gonna say men over here
Mhm.
who established,
Mhm.
right? And there's
That
a
makes no
hundred
sense.
women.
Mm-mm,
If it's hundred,
mm-mm,
hold on. There's a
mm-mm,
hundred women
mm-mm.
over
I know
here.
where
I
you're
gotta
going.
pick up 100. You gotta pick up 10.
I
I
know, I
can't.
know.
The
No, no.
numbers.
So
The numbers are not there.
he's saying that we supposed to accept anything to get a man.
Right, exactly. I knew
It
what
is
road
not
he was
that serious.
traveling,
Okay.
and it is not that.
Women don't need men, especially if they're established. We don't. We
Oh,
just
yeah.
don't.
You do.
What
You do.
what
You
is
do.
it? What is it that a man can do for me that I can't do for myself? Or I
And
can
don't say love because it's not
somebody.
about love.
No. I ain't talking. We passed that with all that. That
Okay.
love.
Yeah, okay.
Um, women were designed
Oh.
to be a wife.
Okay. We can't be a wife without you being a husband.
Yeah. I'm just saying. That's why I'm saying you can't do it without you. You don't want to be alone. A man could be alone.
Oh
We
no, 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 no.
could be alone. I love being single.
I
Right
would
now. Right now.
let me bring my
Right now.
receipts. Let me bring my receipts to the next podcast. Men don't like being alone more than women don't like being alone. That is a
Uh,
scientific fact. Yes, it is.
Believe that.
Yes, it
oh,
is.
you believe that?
I can believe
Okay.
it. I don't know about the
So
statistics, but
you
I
saying
hmm,
a man has to have a companion. Feels like he has to have a companion.
No one
Like he
has to
got
have,
somebody. Oh no, I'm
no
asking
one
you.
has to listen.
no one
No
has.
one has to have anything, but men do not like being alone more than women do not like being alone.
That's true. Even in your younger years, that's the truth. A man always got to have him a woman. Always got to have somebody. Always.
Now,
They threw with
The times are
one woman
changing.
on Monday. They got them another one on Tuesday. That's to
Times are
the end
changing.
of time.
Times are changing.
They ain't changing like that.
It's changing because of society. It has changed that. Men are realizing that it's not beneficial for them. There's no benefit in being in a relationship for a man.
oh, so he's running the streets.
No, this ain't running the streets because you don't see men like back in the day approach a woman like they used to.
Hmm.
They used to go up to, if they see somebody interested, they used to go talk to them. Now they don't even do it.
Now it's a
Even the
young man's
young ones,
game.
even the young ones don't even do it because they know that women can be cruel and just uncaring and just embarrass you for whatever reason. They can just be they've been damaged so much that they can't even take a
Darn that
compliment.
women's live. Darn that women's live.
I'm
See,
just trying to tell you, ask
no,
around, do women get approached? Do y'all get approached like you used to? I
let
mean,
me
you
see.
answer that. I mean,
I'll let Lady C answer that, but what
I
I'm
don't have a
saying to
problem.
you
I
is
don't have a problem with getting approached. That's not the problem. That's
but do you get approached like you used to?
Oh, of course not. And
Okay.
I wouldn't expect to be. Sometimes I don't even want to be approached. But you
But
mhm.
go ahead, go. No, no,
No,
no,
I
because
was
I
just
asked.
gonna say it.
Mm-hmm.
I would not approach a man, but now I wouldn't.
Okay.
And that doesn't have anything to do with have anything to do with anything. That's just me. I wouldn't approach a man. I could either do with them or do without them. It doesn't matter with me. That's not on my radar to just find me a man and get married. It's I just don't feel that way now. 2 or 3 months from now, years from now, I may feel different. I like my singleness. I like my peace because that's where I am now at peace. So the same things that you're saying for a man, women feel the same way. But I think our issue is how do you want your peace, but you also eventually want to be with somebody. So how do you do that? How do you do that? That's the problem. We haven't figured out how to fuse it together so we can have a companion, have somebody to do something with. That's the problem. How do we solve it?
Well, you solve it because you have a high number of people who are unestablished that you can pick from that just probably need somebody eh,
I'm not looking for
to
a build-a-bear man. And let me
what I'm
say
saying.
that again.
Now, hold on. The tier of unestablished is different too. The man could have just went through a divorce, but he got assets, he got things.
Listen,
But it could be somebody who just down and out. But the thing is, one thing about a woman that's pretty much probably different from a man is when they like somebody, they don't care if he just picking cans up on the side of the road. If they really like that person, or if they find something attractive about that person, they don't care what they do or what they have.
m-
They'll
me
still take you.
personally, me personally, at this age, and I don't want to speak for all women, but we are not, and I repeat, we are not looking for the build-a-bear man.
Well, that's not the trend I see. I've seen a lot of these older women going for these younger guys.
No, they're called sugar mamas, just like the sugar daddies were back in the day. See, I think men can't handle it that women are now taking over traditional roles that the men used to play.
But
Women are in
you
a
don't want to be a
position,
builder bear.
women are more in a position of power more so than men were back in the day. Their money speaks for themselves, just like you guys used to wave that wand or hold that carrot in front of a woman because your pockets were fat. Women now do that, and men fall prey to it, just like some women fall prey to men that do it. So it's coming from both sides, the men and the women. But for the 50 and older market, we played those games, we won those prizes. So now at the age that we are now, how do we come together and have somewhat of a normalized relationship built on companionship, and who knows, maybe it'll foster or grow into love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is this with 50 and 50 people getting together, or is this 50 and above messing with somebody younger?
Well, I think we were talking about 50 and older. How do we fuse together to get what we want? How do we do that?
Well, that's why I'm trying to tell you to take the blinders off, because you're expecting
At
you
this age.
at this age, you're
Mhm.
expecting something that it's going to be very few men that will have.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the number of high value men compared to ones that are not.
Okay, Kevin.
No. What I'm saying is the number is there. The number is going to be there. But the thing is, women think they still can get that small group. They're entitled to that small group, but they've never even been there.
For
Even
50 and
before,
over.
yeah, they weren't even there before 50 in their 30s and 20s and 40s. But now, when they're above 50, they're still expecting the top of the top.
No, I don't think I don't think that's necessarily the case. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I would love for you to go out and date and come back and let us know those things,
No.
because
Nah, nah, nah. I like my peace. I like my peace. I'm good. I'm good. What? But go ahead.
we got to do a study on that. Go out and see.
Well, we find somebody else to do the study with, not me. Dude.
No.
Mm-mm.
You scared?
No, I just know what's out there. I know what I see. I know what I see.
And you're saying that
I'm
they
good.
come to
I'm
the
good.
table.
Peace.
They come to the table with that expectation.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Wow.
I'm so sad for you.
Me too.
You don't think so?
Mm-hmm.
So you just said, Lady C, and said in your Dr. Z,
Mm-hmm.
uh, that they got to bring something. They got to have a certain level. You're not going to settle. So it's a small group. The
Of
numbers, that's
men.
the numbers of men
Of men.
that
Okay.
meet that.
Okay.
There's a lot more men that don't meet that.
Okay.
Okay.
So from the many men that don't meet that,
Mm-hmm.
he may not make six figures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He may not own a house. He may not, oh, I was getting ready to say own a car, but you're going to have to own a car.
You gotta own a car. Come on now.
You got to own a car.
You can't
Doesn't
get
matter how. Look, you might have a truck, an old work truck. You
truck,
might use
car.
it for
He
He
got.
work.
has to have
Yeah.
transportation.
It could be a motorcycle. I don't care.
He
Mm-hmm.
has to have
Gotta be a different.
transportation.
A
Come on.
bicycle.
No. No.
At
He
least
can't
he's in
walk.
shape. At least he's in shape.
Or
Okay.
he can go and do what he
And
wants to do so he can earn money to buy him a car.
yes, and I would like
No.
him to have teeth in his mouth.
Yes.
Oh, the teeth again.
and got to be able to um
Oh,
to perform a complete sentence.
so, oh, you got a what?
He has to be able to I don't want, maybe that's too plain. He has to be able to talk and I understand what it is that he's saying.
Okay,
No
okay.
slang, especially no street slang.
Right. But when
I
just
mean,
like men don't care how
that's what I'm saying. It's that group. It's that group. It's a those numbers are not huge,
okay.
especially in our community.
Hmm.
It's a small group of people that's going to be available because they might still be married. You know, couples going to be married for years until God takes them both home. You know what I mean? But it's going to be a small group of people who are single, like yourselves,
Hmm.
that's going to be available that meets that criteria. And you're going to have this whole vast of other men out here that's available that's be happy to be in a situation with, you know, that's more stable than their own.
Of course they
But
would. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? If they don't have
right,
their stuff, why wouldn't they?
that's
But
true.
a
That's true.
real man knows, Jay, and you know, a real man knows if he has something to offer a woman or not.
That's right.
They
That's
know.
right. But think about this. This is your group now. I'm talking.
Mhm.
There's a lot of women set up like yourselves,
Yeah.
and that small group of men over here that's established. So, in other words, that's why your group,
Mhm.
that large group of women, they go down, or they pick what they get. They pick what they can because it's everybody competing for that small group of men.
I get that. I get that. And I'm gonna tell you, me personally, I don't care how much money a man makes. I just don't. I've always been that way. Maybe I should. Some people tell me, well, you should, but I don't. Because I think that if we develop a relationship, we can do some things together. And that's what it's all about.
Okay.
But he does have to have a job. You can't come to me and not have a job. You gotta have something. And maybe when you come with the little that you have, I'm the woman, I could help you get a little bit more. That's the way I think about it. Even in my 50s, I thought that way when I was in my 20s and got married. I still think that way now. Because it takes two. It's much easier for two people to do things together and build something as opposed to not. So,
Let
I got a
me.
question. I got
yeah.
a question for that real quick. So you had that philosophy since you know when and every relationship. And what is the results that you get from that mindset?
What's the results that I get
What's
from
the believing what you're believing,
hmm
your process?
hmm
What is the end result? What have you gained? Did your relationships last? Did it? I mean, was the marriage great? What came of it?
Well,
What became of it? What
okay,
became of it?
okay, I got you. Well, of course, I married that. You know, he didn't make as much money as I did, and I knew that going in. It was okay. But then I think it got to the point where it got so comfortable for him. Um, so he
So
just
it shouldn't have been comfortable. You shouldn't have been comfortable.
Mm-mm.
no, not
Mm-mm.
when I'm trying to go forward and he's trying to stay
Mm-mm.
the same.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
We just were not going in the same direction, and
If I'm out there, mm-hmm.
that wasn't fair because we discussed this, right? But then he got comfortable and I was not comfortable because I'm still, trying to do things, but
Absolutely.
comfortable with the way things were. And
If
it had a reflection on my health because I was letting it consume me. And I got to the point I can't do it. I got to save me. right?
If she's out there digging a ditch, he better be right beside her digging that same ditch and taking turns bringing each other lemonade.
Now he would support me. Go on, go on, Lady C, go on.
No.
This is the
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
See, his
Mm-mm.
support. He was supporting you.
No, no, sir.
not
No, sir.
supporting me.
Mm-mm.
Was he? He was. He was the air beneath your wings.
Okay.
He was
Anyway,
there on my wings. Sure. Me and this together. We
But
got
the thing that what I'm trying to point out to you.
yeah.
Okay, that's the process that you use, and that's the results you got.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What? So it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. That process didn't work. So you're gonna keep using that same process.
Because it wasn't again, it wasn't about the money that he made. It was that we did not fuse together to do something bigger. It wasn't about the money that he made because I can make my own money. I can take care of myself.
Right.
But you just not gonna sit down, go to work every day, come home, and then I'm hustling. That doesn't make sense to me. I did it for too many years, thinking that eventually he would see me, and then he would start doing it. Never happened. It never happened. And it got to the point, not that I resented him, maybe that's too strong of a word, but I just didn't think it was fair. He's supposed to be the leader.
Oh.
Now I'm the leader.
Right. How? But okay. Let's say the roles were reversed.
Yes.
Should he say, "Oh, I resent you," or not? Not saying you saying that about
I
him,
didn't
but
resent. No, I just.
no. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to say, you know, being unhappy with your performance, and he said, "Well, I want to leave,"
Mhm.
even though you say he supported you, like, "Hey, go out there, go to work. I'll be right here when you get home."
But women.
What I'm saying is, if the roles were reversed and you were cheering him on to go to work, that would be okay.
Well, again, it depends on what we discussed. This was a discussion. I just didn't spring this stuff on them. This was discussed.
Okay.
This was discussed. And at first, it was okay. But as things started progressing, he just,
So were you the leader from the beginning, or was he the leader? Was he the head, or were you taking on the masculine role?
that's a good question. That's a good question. I put it like this. I was the
I
go.
think you were the masculine. I
I
think
was
you
the
were
no,
taking
no,
on that.
no. I was the go-getter. But again, we had a conversation. I knew what to expect. He knew what to expect. He just didn't follow through. It was fine. It was beautiful for a while. It was beautiful for a while. And then it just wasn't.
Did this happen when you started making more money?
I have a
Because
whole,
that's a lot of times what it happened with women when they start making more money.
but
That the
I made more money when we got married. Ever since I knew him, I made more money. That was never an issue for me. But let's
so
make money together was my thing.
okay, okay. So if a person is making money,
Mhm,
he's not working. He's
mhm,
working. He's not making as much as you.
mhm.
So what was the problem? I mean, he's bringing money in. He's not taking money out of the house. He's bringing money in the house.
Mm-hmm.
But you say so. It's obviously you taking on the masculine role because he has to meet a certain criteria.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever he was at wasn't enough
No,
for you.
no, it wasn't enough, period, because I was doing everything. If I didn't do it, it would not get done. And we're talking about things as minor as doing something in the house, getting something fixed. Lady C has to handle it.
Mhm.
You know, it, Come on now. You just can't go to work, come home, get your shower, and go to bed and do it all over again. There are other things that need to be done in this house. He got to the point where he just didn't help me. And how's that fair for me?
This is not, now, who house was it?
We bought the
Oh
house
my
together.
goodness.
No, no, no.
Oh my
I'm just,
goodness.
No,
I'm
we
just
bought
wondering.
the house together.
Okay, okay, all right.
Mhm.
Y'all bought the house
We
together.
bought the house
So,
together.
so it's both your responsibility. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, but because of the type of person I am, and he
Mhm,
knows that I'm gonna handle whatever it is, he just
mhm.
let me,
Okay,
if that
okay.
makes sense.
I'm not trying to justify him
Hmm.
in any way,
Yes, you
but
are.
But I think about that all the time. Maybe it's when it comes to certain things, maybe it was my fault. But
that's that,
no, no, no. I take full responsibility, but he can't. That's the problem. I can tell you what my role was, what I did, what I didn't do. I know exactly who I am. But he will never have in his mind that he had some responsibility too. And that's the problem. Men do not like to take accountability. Y'all
That
don't.
is very true.
my
You don't.
God.
That is very
Oh
true.
my God.
Women don't have a problem with it.
We
Women,
don't wear
That,
those blinders. We don't wear those
yes,
blinders.
you do.
It,
no, that is
it's
very,
Yes, you do.
you have a
And
problem with owning up to your
mhm,
responsibilities. And the only time you may own up to your responsibilities is if you're backed in the corner.
mhm,
no, no,
mhm,
Yeah.
I don't. I disagree with that.
mhm.
Where, you find it very, it's very seldom women. You have to catch them, their hands in the cookie jar.
No, sir.
Take a picture of it, get it sculptured, and get DNA samples and all that before they admit that they were in the cookie jar.
Oh no, I don't know what women you be dealing.
They'll gaslight, they'll do all that stuff, and you saw them. I mean, you didn't see me. That didn't happen. Are
Yeah,
you mistaken? You mistaken. Come on. You telling me women don't do that
I don't.
more than any
I can't speak for anybody.
any
I
group?
don't. I
Mm-mm.
don't. I can admit to
Okay.
anything I do because I'm gonna tell my mother used to tell me a long time ago when I was a little kid, and I'm gonna use it right now. If I do something wrong, I don't have any problem doing it because you know what's in my mind? You can't whoop my ass. That's what's in my mind. So I don't have any problem doing it. I'm
Okay.
sorry you ran across people that did it to you. But
But okay, okay. I'm gonna circle back to what you were saying about you had to handle everything in the house,
yes,
and it was not. So was there a time when he did do it?
if I asked, and then he gave me pushback when I asked.
Like what? No, what I'm saying. Okay, let's say, well, the grass needs to be cut. Well, I don't feel like cutting it right now. I've been working all day. I don't want to cut
Mhm,
it. Okay,
mhm,
so the next day come around,
mhm.
he said, he ain't cut it yet, but the grass needs to be cut.
Yes.
You go hire somebody to go cut the grass before he gets out there when he's ready to cut the grass. You think that's okay?
No, I don't think that's okay. But if that needs to be done, and before we moved in the house, we agreed that he was going to handle the outside. I'll handle what I can in the inside, but not when it comes to fixing stuff like that. But, to make
Right.
a house a home. I'm not a nagger. I'm just not, never been that way. I am
So
not,
if he didn't move when you wanted,
no,
you would make the move.
now nagging and saying something, is two different things. I'm not just going to stay on you. That's just not me. I'm not.
All right, all right, I get that.
So I would say it once or twice.
And then what happened
And if he
if
didn't
it's
do it, I
nothing?
would take care of it.
You would take
Okay.
care.
You know what?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I would.
Absolutely. Let me tell you, I'm gonna share something with you guys. My ex-husband, oh my goodness. I would say, hey, can you put this ceiling fan up?
Mhm.
Oh, when I get home from work, I'm so tired. I'm this, I'm that.
Mhm.
Okay. Can you put this light up? I'm so tired, this, that, or whatever his excuse was
Did he work?
when he came home. Listen,
Oh, okay. I was
what
just
I would do, I would take like one time I took the light that I wanted up in the foyer and I would put it right in front of the door. So when he opened the door, he would see the light sitting there. I didn't nag him or anything like that, but you know what he did? He would step over the light and keep on going. I'm like,
smart man.
I'll tell.
That's a smart.
Wow.
No, but
Listen, wait a minute. I got another one for you. This is the stuff that men do. I said, hey, could you hang this light up in the kitchen?
mhm.
And then, oh, I would need help doing that. Okay, in my mind, well, get the help. You see, that's how I see things. We'll get the help. Pay somebody 20, 30 bucks. Let's get it done. Because that's where I operate from. It's all about getting it done.
Yep.
So this one particular chandelier that I wanted up had been asking that it be put up. And so one day or something, he went out of town or something. And so I had it done. I hired someone to do it. And so when he came home, he acted like he didn't even see it. And I purposely sat his food down right underneath the chandelier. Crickets. All you heard was crickets. And then I said, well, how does the chandelier look? Oh, yeah, I saw that. I'm saying, okay, you were too busy to do it. I went ahead and did it. At least recognize the fact that I took something off your plate.
Mhm.
I didn't nag you. So men have their ways,
They do.
Jay. Men have
women
their
have their
ways.
ways.
They do.
This is what I'm saying is when you take on the masculine role,
Was I taking on the masculine role by doing that?
possibly, possibly, I got to hear the whole
But
dynamic
but
first.
but the man didn't take on the role. So now what? You just leave it. You just leave it be.
No, no, no. What I'm saying is, if he didn't move at your pace, your speed, then you gonna go ahead and take care of it. You want it done
Yes,
now.
if you have family coming
Okay,
from out
okay.
of town and it
Well,
needs to
let me
be
ask
done.
let me ask you a question. Okay, just with the light. Let's say with the light.
Mhm.
The light works. The light bulb, you turn the light switch on, the light comes on.
No, they
Right?
did.
Mhm.
I
Light is a
can't.
light.
I can't.
The
I
yard, the
can't.
grass is not going anywhere. But it's to a point where you need to cut your grass. You want to make your lawn. But what's one day? What's 2 days? What if the light works? If the light stops working, that's an issue. But if the light still works, it's all a matter of you just want something there.
So
It's
leave the
not a matter that
chandelier
it's
down.
needed. It's
Leave
not a
the
matter that it's
chandelier.
needed.
Leave the chandelier down until the light stops working. Then he'll put it up.
No, I'm just saying it's not as urgent as you might think it is.
Well, if you can wait 5 days to do it, why you can't do it on the first day? What difference does it make? If she asked you to do it, why you just couldn't do it?
I'm, I'm just saying
Why would it if
if the light works, why does it need to be done immediately?
because
If the
she
grass
asked you
is
to?
not cut
Because your wife
Because
on
asked
that's
Monday,
your wife, and she
and
asked
she
you.
asked you to.
What's the big deal? It ain't like she
okay,
asking.
you don't need to ask me to do. Okay, if I'm assigned the outside, I don't need you to ask me to do anything on the outside because I know to do it.
But everybody don't know to do it. They didn't do it.
Outside, if the outside is mine,
Mm-hmm.
I don't need you to tell me about outside. I got outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like me telling you what to do inside when you know the inside is yours.
Mm-hmm. And we usually take care of what we have to in the inside.
Okay,
You
you
don't
take
have
care of that.
to.
I had no complaints. I had no compl- but that's the kind of stuff is when it's how you approach that person to get what you're get across to them if you want something done. If you're going to take on a role where you got an issue with him just because he didn't move at your pace, he's going to resent that.
So, okay,
He's going to
so,
take that personally. He's going to take that inward.
but
I
why?
don't need you to tell me. I don't need you to tell me what to do. I know what I need to do.
But we're building a house, a home together.
I'm just trying to tell
Wouldn't
you.
would he wouldn't he want his home to be beautiful? Wouldn't
Yes.
he want to? I guess I don't understand.
I don't understand either. 'Cause I think men,
So okay, if I know to do something, why do I need you to tell me I need this needs to be done?
okay, well, if you obviously if you were told to do it and didn't do it,
Told to do it.
No, I was just
I
gonna
know
say.
to do it.
but you
I
I
wouldn't
was
let
just
me
know to
finish.
do it.
gonna say.
You wouldn't let me finish. If you
Okay.
were told to do it, obviously you didn't take it upon yourself to do it in the first place. So I wouldn't have to come to you and say, can you do this? Can you do this? You see the same thing I see. You see the grass is covering up the windows. It just don't grow when I come. It's there all the time. So why don't you just do it?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Why didn't you just let him do it? Why not just let him do it?
Because I'm gonna tell you why I didn't. Because when the HOA people come around and that grass ain't cut,
Oh,
they
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
find
yeah. You need to cut that
I
grass.
didn't
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Explain that. They gonna come.
Oh,
Let's get it done.
that's right. That's right. That's true.
Let's get it done. So
That
you
is
don't
true.
have to pay $25 and $25 a day, whatever the case may
And
be.
then and they're gonna half cut it because they'll send somebody out there just to cut it, and they'll charge you for it. Yeah, yeah. So yeah.
Understand why men take what women are asking for. It's not an attack at your masculinity. It's just that women are good women. They just want to see things right. They just want to see things done. Don't say it's not
I get
personal.
it. I get it. Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
really not.
agree.
It's really not.
But it's your approach. And it's a lot of times it's your approach. It's the delivery. It's the delivery. And and that's something probably possibly to look at. It's the delivery. It's I mean, like if somebody's role is being well, if they're not fitting the role, the other person taking the role that they should be in, they're gonna have a problem with
Hmm.
it. And the thing about it is, you women know how to get stuff done without having to go that route.
Hmm.
But a lot of women choose to go that route because they feel that's who they are, and they shouldn't have to. Oh, I don't have to worry about his feelings. My feelings are the one I need to worry about. Get the yard cut. Put that light up. It doesn't matter. Hey, if I want it done, just do it.
Well,
If
women,
I ask for it to be done, just do it.
well, women don't think like that. We really don't. It has nothing to do
But
with it.
the delivery might make it seem that way.
But give me an example of the delivery. What do you mean? So because I'm gonna tell you, with me and with him, I would say, babe, the grass need cut.
Yeah,
Or,
delivery. Good start.
okay, I don't say you better go out there and cut that grass. I don't talk to him like he's a child. No, of
Right,
course not.
right,
Or,
right.
baby, it's been a week, the grass needs cut, or whatever the case may be. So even that, he takes that as I'm attacking him. Does he take it like that because I said for him, asked for him to do it or suggested that he does it?
No, that don't seem but I'm just saying that's something to look at.
Sure, I get that.
Like how about the light situation? Because that don't sound like a bad delivery. But how about the light situation? You threw the light at him or what?
Yeah, what you what you do? Yeah, how was your delivery?
Yeah, you tossed the light at him or what?
Knowing me, I should have threw the light at him, you know. But that's just the way I operate. So I'm not the touchy, oh, babe, could you put this light up? You know, normally when I approach, it's like, hey, we need to get this light up. We have company coming in from out of town. And
A
that's
working
how,
light, a working light.
see, Jay is focusing. Jay is focusing totally on the wrong thing.
On the
It
wrong.
doesn't
I'm
it,
just saying, I'm just checking. I'm just checking.
it doesn't matter if the light is working or not. Now, let me also say this.
Right.
I am all about the aesthetics, you know? I like things to look a certain way.
Right.
So if I'm in a store and I see it, it's like, oh, I gotta get that. Okay, that'll look great at the house in this room. And then I would bring it home. I would sit it in that room. And then I would say, hey, I bought a light today. Could you put that
Oh,
light up for me? And then I wouldn't say anything else. So how is my approach back? I think with my ex-husband, it's the fact that I asked for it to be done. I think he would have preferred me just sitting the light there. And then one day he just so happened to stumble across it and say, hey, was this something? Was this something?
But we
tripped over and fell. If he tripped over and said, "Oh, this is something," I thought this was a piece of furniture.
I think for him, he just
Mm.
didn't like me. I think now he could appreciate how I operate as far as wanting the house to look a certain way. I think he would appreciate that now. But
Mhm.
back then he couldn't see, like when I said, when we got together, I want to be a power couple. So I'm thinking in my mind, do you know what that means? We're all about our money being right because we're going to live a certain way by the time we're a certain age, all of that. But you know, between then and now, I just wonder sometimes where did it go wrong? You know what I mean? When
Mhm.
you get with a person and you think that you're vibing at the beginning,
Mhm.
why does the train go off the rails?
Yep.
What happens?
Yep. That same thing happening. I get it. I get it.
And I'm just like, hold
Y'all
on.
got, y'all got a lot to work on. That's what it looks like.
Ow.
You know what I think?
Get
I
at,
think
get at me,
That
say
would sound
it.
like to me.
I think
Yeah.
we need to
Take them
bail.
blinders off. Take those
I
blinders off.
think we need to bail because Jay is looking to be hurt really badly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Well,
Yes.
Lacey, no, we can continue this. This we can go all day, but Lacey, let's wind this up. Any last words, ladies? Go ahead. I'm done.
Um, well, all I would say is that because I have been divorced and
Mhm.
I am over 50, I look at things a little different. I know there's not a lot out there. But right now I'm enjoying my singleness. Don't know how long that will last, but for right now I'm okay. But I would hope that God puts someone else out there for me. He'll find me. But I'm just not going to accept anything. I'm just not. And that's it.
For me, I'll leave you guys with a short little story. I had this gentleman come to me and say, Jay, why are you shaking your head?
I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
I had a gentleman come to me and say, How does a brother with nothing to offer you gets next to you? And I looked at him and I said, he don't. But understand why I said that. Because every man has something to offer. And had he just gave a little more thought to how he presented that to me, things may have been different. But when he came to me and said, I have nothing for you, then I took it as, okay, you have nothing to offer me. So we can't have a relationship. So I would leave you guys with that to say, men might want to think about the way they say things or present things.
Amen. How about you, Jay?
Okay. Well, I think that men walk around, we have our whole entire lives with the realization of where we're at. We know if we're not handsome, we know that we don't have anything. We don't have any money. We're trying to get established. We're more realistic in our journey. And that's why a lot of times we don't have those blinders because we always knew where we were at in society. You know, women, I feel they get this false sense and get these blinders on at a young age. They think that they are perfect. They deserve a lot of things just because they're a woman, not working on the internal. Guys um, grow up being getting their feelings hurt. You go up to somebody and talk to somebody. And I'm wrapping this all around the blinders and why we don't have them. Mm-hmm. We walk up to a young lady, this started early, and get your feelings hurt. They embarrass you. They just, oh, I don't talk to me, get away from me, just like that. We accepted rejection. We know our standing. And a lot of times young women, you're dealing with older gentlemen at a younger age anyway, because we were broke. Now we're not broke. We're the ones that you looked over for a generation ahead of us that y'all dated. We're in your dating realm. We were immature and broke, but now we're the ones. And we didn't forget. We didn't forget how we were treated. Don't get it twisted. We might forgive and let it go, but we didn't forget it. So I'm just saying, women as a whole, it's a small number of men that didn't forget how they were treated before, when they were growing and building themselves in that pot right now, just like it was back then. It's a small group of people going to have this junk together that's going to align with your criteria. You're going to have to accept that there's just not enough of them to fill the needs of all the other women over here who got the same thing you got. So you'll have to settle something that you really never thought you had to do ever in life. And we realized we had to settle early on in life. See, you think you don't have to settle. We realized we had to settle starting since manhood. That's what I want to leave you with.
Okay.
Interesting.
With that said, we will end this episode of Love Recycle 2 on 1, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace.